And I spent the opening 5 minutes of this show flat out calling the president a racist.
The president has the temperament of a toddler and the mind of a white supremacist.
Hey, YouTube, it's your boy YBC, Young Black Conservative, and I'm here to react to the liberal media's most conclusive proof that Trump is a racist. Check it out.
You had some very bad people in that group, but you also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
Now let's add some context behind that statement that he said.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly. Now, in the other group also, you had some fine people, but you also had troublemakers, and you see them come with the black outfits and with the helmets and with the baseball bats. You had a lot of bad people in the other group too.
Why does the media always want you to focus on white nationalists and neo-Nazis, but never Antifa? Like when he's talking about the people dressed in all black, that's Antifa. Why does no one ever brings up Antifa though? But let's continue on to the video and see more evidence of Trump being racist according to MSNBC. Let's go.
Here's a look at some of his comments. On Confederate monuments, sad to see the history and culture of our great country being ripped apart with the removal of our beautiful statues and monuments. Let's be clear about something here. This happened 5 days after Charlottesville. These beautiful statues and monuments were to people who were traitors to the Union, and they were erected to intimidate and subjugate African Americans, mostly in southern states.
Well, no, George Washington was a slave owner. Was George Washington a slave owner? So will George Washington now lose his status? Are we going to take down, excuse me, are we going to take down statues to George Washington? How about Thomas Jefferson? What do you think of Thomas Jefferson? You like him? Okay, good. Are we going to take down the statue? Because he was a major slave owner. Now we're going to take down his statue. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history. You're changing culture.
On NFL players, get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired. Doing a poor imitation of the president on September 22nd, 2017. That was at a rally in Alabama, saying these things to his supporters. On Puerto Rico, they want everything to be done for them when it should be a community effort. They are Puerto Ricans. They are American citizens. They lost everything. They, by and large, have moved to Florida, and come November, they most likely will vote. They also, 1,427 of them, the Puerto Rican government announced this week, died in Hurricane Maria. This is probably one of the most egregious among many egregious things. At a White House ceremony honoring Native American war heroes. You were here long before any of us were here, although we have a representative in Congress who they say was here a long time ago. They call her Pocahontas. This was said in the Oval Office by the President of the United States. And to make matters worse, that portrait that you see there over the man's head here on the right, that's a portrait of Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the United States, who was a slave owner, who also instituted the Indian Removal Act that led to the Trail of Tears and Death.
So let me get this straight. Trump is racist because he referred to the NFL players as SOBs. I think he referred, like they was calling Kaepernick as SOB. So if a white person refers to as a black person as anything that's discriminatory or talk crap about them in any way, that's racism. Nah, come on. Because I talk crap to white people. They talk crap to me. It's not about racism. It's just like we have a disagreement or we're just beefing at the time. It's not always racism. And they said they about Puerto Rico. Like we in here in Florida, when we had a hurricane, we rebuild. Like it's a similar thing. I know that Puerto Ricans gonna need help because they probably don't have like the all the resources that we have in Florida, because we have like mining companies, we have all those stuff that have everything like built in like a matter of weeks when we build our bridge. So they're gonna need more help. But trying to say like that's crazy because we refer to as Puerto Rican as they. This is the big thing that Trump is racist. Him referring to Puerto Ricans as they, and him referring to black football players as SOBs. And he didn't even refer to it. it's not even specifically black football players. He just referred to football players as what it seems. Referring to Elizabeth Warren as Pocahontas. If you don't find that funny, you don't got a funny bone, bro. Because like everybody know at least 5 white people that say they're 1/8 Native American or 1/16. Come on. Come on. We all know that one where we're like, oh, I'm 1/8 or 1/16 Cherokee, Navajo, what have you. But come on. We know they capping, but hey, Elizabeth Warren is like what? What? She's Native American. She's probably just 2% milk, but come on. Come on. She's not no daggone Native American. She's just, she's just trying to do what everybody else is doing. Is trying to like, hey, oh, I'm trying to find something in my ethnicity that I could use to connect with the population and be like, oh, I'm one of y'all. Y'all like me. I'm a minority too. Like me. Even though I seem white, I'm a minority, so I'm one of y'all. I'm cool too. Like, come on, this whole race baiting thing that the Democratic Party tries to do is so annoying. Like we're like black people are much smarter than that, and like we realize that Trump might say some fucked up things, some mean things, but it's not really racist. And the economy was a lot better when Trump was out there roasting people. Like, come on, we need that crap back. Let's go.
Why are we having all these people from shithole countries come here? Another deplorable statement said by the President of the United States in the Oval Office with members of Congress. Those shithole countries, by the way, he was talking about Haiti, El Salvador, countries in Africa, again said in the Oval Office. June 19th, 2018. Democrats are the problem. They don't care about crime and want illegal immigrants, no matter how bad they may be, to pour into and infest our country like MS-13. Notice that date, June 19th, 2018. That is about 3 days and 3 years after Donald Trump announced his candidacy for the presidency, where he called Mexicans rapists. But infest our country? That now takes the rhetoric to a whole new level where he is dehumanizing people. And when people are dehumanized, bad things can and have happened.
Bruh, I'm Haitian and I'm Haitian. Even I recognize that Haiti is a shithole country. Come on, Haiti's known as the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. And you think that's not gonna be a shithole country? Like, Haiti's my country, and if I'm ever in a position to do something great for it, I will. Like, I love Haiti, and I have some ideas for it. If I ever become in a position where I'm able to do something like start a mass farming operation over there, that's what I would do. Like, do something with like corn, wheat, and then have like cotton, so we could also have like. Oh, we have like a food source. Also, we have a clothes source so we could make clothes and like have a textile industry too. Like, come on, you got like come on, like the people that they have in charge is what gang leaders. The countries currently have no president and is being ran by like a gang leader or something like that. It's fucked up, but it's true. Like if I was in a position to do something about it, I would do something, but I can't because there's some blue collar worker here in America. But hey, yo, it's better than being here than being there because that's what people come here from there. I know that was a tongue twister. I'm gonna try to get better with speaking. Come on, y'all, stick with me. What was the other thing? Talking about like, oh, like if you like guess who's coming over the southern border? It's like a lot of people are coming over the summer with their families and stuff, right? That's what everybody likes to believe. But guess how they're being brought over here? Y'all ever heard about those coyotes, people that the human smellers are bringing them over here? Guess who's running that? It's ran by the gangs and like the gangs like rape, pillage, and they do bad stuff to these people on these when they like crossing the border. So why would we want them coming through here crossing the borders when they gotta deal with people such as MS-13, like Trump was talking about? Like these are people like it's like the people that should know ignore the stuff that like is like makes sense. Like, oh, we're gonna ignore that there's gang violence and there's coyotes trafficking humans across the border. We're only gonna talk about the good side that a family that was in a poor condition made it to America. We're not gonna talk about how. Get out of here, bro. Like, hey yo, let's go.
She is a low IQ individual, Maxine Waters. I said it the other day. Hi, I mean, honestly, she's somewhere in the mid-60s. I believe that. Maxine Waters has been in Congress since 1993. She told me on my podcast at the Washington Post, quote, I'm so offended by this president that I think it requires me to speak truth to power. That was May 2017. You can see her live here tomorrow on AM Joy. I'll ask her about this. I think allowing millions and millions of people to come into Europe is very, very sad. I think you are losing your culture. That is total white nationalist rhetoric coming from the President of the United States, the President of a country founded and nurtured by African slaves, a country of immigrants. This another reprehensible thing.
Trump calls Maxine Waters low IQ, makes him racist. I'm pretty sure he's not attacking her because of her skin color or her gender, because sooner or later, if he is not because of race, it's going to be because of gender. And I'm pretty sure it's not either one of those. It's because of her political party and the opposition they bring to his. Like, of course, you're going to think someone on the opposite side is kind of dumb. That's what everybody do. You hear how Hillary Clinton or any of them talk about the Republican Party, referring to us as deplorables? Come on now. Let's go. But let me calm down. But, like, it might sound kind of weird coming from me, but I think it's kind of important for countries to keep their ethnic identity and stuff like that. They should have some kind of ethnic or national pride to them, because it just makes sense, because you don't want all your culture gone being like represented by another group of people with the same country name. Like, look at the Native American, their whole land area that there was once over and stuff is being taken over and stuff like that. They don't like that. So it's important to make sure you stay in power and stay in control over your area. And that also includes culturally too. You don't want someone coming in and then change the whole culture of your environment, because you'll be like, yo, that's not how we do stuff. When did we start doing this? Because I'm not saying that they're gonna bring in Sharia law when they come to a Western country, but let's say they get enough of them over there, they probably are gonna start doing that. They're probably gonna be like, yo, we don't do that. Because if liberals go into Texas, Florida, and start trying to vote liberal there, do you not think that's gonna happen like in a global scale? Like, y'all just don't think about this stuff, or I'm just crazy.
The NFL players are at it again, taking a knee when they should be standing proudly for the national anthem. Numerous players from different teams wanted to show their outrage at something that most of them are unable to define. They make a fortune doing what they love. That was Friday. Mr. President, those NFL players know exactly why they're taking a knee. Colin Kaepernick hasn't worked since he's been blackballed by the NFL. It would do the country a great service, one, if you would stop tweeting about that, and two, truly find out what these players are protesting. And again, the last part of that tweet, be happy, be cool. A football game that fans are paying so much money to watch and enjoy is no place to protest. You can read the rest of that yourself. But I want to make one thing clear. I don't know if many people realize or understand. When Colin Kaepernick started protesting at the NFL games, he originally sat on the bench sat out the national anthem until another then NFL player, who was also a veteran, wrote an open letter to him. He and Colin Kaepernick met, and it was because of that meeting with that veteran that Colin Kaepernick learned that the way that members of the armed forces honor their fallen brothers and sisters is to take a knee. That is why Colin Kaepernick is taking a knee. Something the president either doesn't know or doesn't care to understand.
As a veteran, I don't have a problem with him kneeling for the national anthem. It's not some shit that I would ever do, because that's not me. That's just like, ugh, like, how? Because I fucking like the country. Like, even with the problems that got, I still like the country. And I was a veteran. Like, I just can't do that. Just, but I can't act on my oath didn't say support and defend the Constitution, and the Constitution don't mention freedom of speech, and that freedom of speech doesn't cover action. I can't act it that's not there. It's all there. It's all there. So if the oath says support and defend the First Amendment says freedom of speech. The U.S. Supreme Court said that freedom of speech covers action. So I gotta support the actions too. I got not support, but I gotta defend their actions too, because that's what my old says, so is what it is. And I doesn't really care. It's not the best optics. I feel like, well, if you're gonna do that, just stay in the locker room. If people are telling you to come out, just be like, nah, I'm just gonna stay in the locker room. I feel like that'd have just been better. But like coming out there and kneeling is like you're trying to draw attention to yourself I feel like in a time that's like we're trying to come and bring attention to America, and like trying to bring like in a lot of the problem that black people have with cops is not a racial problem. I'm not saying that a racial problem doesn't exist with passing black people. There is a racial problem, but to say the vast overwhelming majority is always about race, come on. Like, we gotta go on every case. We gotta go on a case by case basis and not try to say everything is always racist or there is no racism at all. We gotta say, okay, this case was racist. This one wasn't. the most of them wasn't racist because most cops do the right thing, but we still have a bunch of cops that do fucked up things that we need to handle. So come on, we gotta be smart about this instead of saying, "Oh, it's an absolute one way or the other," because only SIFs handle an absolute.
Joining me now is Tim Wise, author of White Like Me, Karine Jean-Pierre, senior advisor at MoveOn.org, and Tremaine Lee, national reporter at MSNBC.
Do you really think these individuals are gonna be fair and not biased towards what Trump said, or actually get what he said in context, or do you think they're gonna be said, "Oh, that's what Trump said, but this is what he meant. He was being subtle because he's talking to the people secretly. He's talking to racist people secretly because he don't want them to actually everybody else." Because he don't want everybody else to actually know what's going on. He want only the racist people to. But come on, you really think they're gonna be fair to Trump? Like, get out of here. That's MSNBC. Come on. And the host just basically try to say, "Oh, Trump's racist. Change my mind, and you can't change it."
I mean, I spent the opening 5 minutes of this show flat out calling the president a racist. So-called Unite the Right rally is going to be happening tomorrow in Washington, within a stone's throw of the White House. The president isn't there, but he has tweeted about Charlottesville. He tweeted moments ago, "The riots in Charlottesville a year ago resulted in senseless death and division. We must come together as a nation. I condemn all types of racism and acts of violence. Peace to all Americans." Do you even believe the president of the United States?
Not at all, Jonathan. Look, the president has the temperament of a toddler and the mind of a white supremacist. And I say that because he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that he's dividing the country. He knows that he's emboldening racists and bigots. We see that in his policies. We see that in his tweets. And I want to go back to a tweet that you mentioned, Jonathan, just now from 24 hours ago on the eve of Charlottesville. That tweet where he attacks NFL players. And the thing about that tweet is, if you really dig into it and look at what he's saying, be cool. You're being paid a lot of money to do this. What it tells me is that he sees black athletes in general as entertainers, not as American citizens, not as, hey, these are people who are American citizens who really care about what's going on with racial inequality in this country.
See what I mean? Like, even when he in his own words, they're gonna like, "No, we're not gonna take your words for face value." That's not what you mean. Like the host said, "Yeah, I called Trump a racist, so he's a racist." So, like, he's a racist, right? Like, he's not saying what do you think. He's saying he's a racist, right? That's basically what you're trying to say. I don't like putting words in people's mouth, but it's like it's plain as day. Like they're saying that Trump is racist, that Trump's a white supremacist. Like, even though he says, "Hey, I condemn these people. These are bad people." Nah, you're one of those people. No matter what he says, he's gonna just be one of them just because that's what the left want to call him. Like, really? Hey, yo, if you made it to the end, go ahead, subscribe. If you like what I'm doing, hit that like button and leave a comment down below. And like, let's get some engagement going on. And like, don't forget, when someone tries to say, "Yo, Trump is racist," go ahead and send them this video because like, what are they gonna say after this? Like, what are they gonna say? And like, they could keep trying to say, "Oh, Trump is racist." You could keep just knocking it down. We could keep bringing like context. We keep bringing up, "Oh, you're not really quoting him. You're making that up." Like, come on, like Trump is not racist. Like, how like for the first like for before Trump becomes political in any sort of way in the public sphere, like everyone thinks Trump is cool, like oh Trump money and shit like that in the rap songs. But now that Trump is trying to become a Republican, nah, he's racist. He become Republican, he become racist. But when he's like, oh, like I'm the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, when he's being talked about in rap song, when he's cool with all these different rappers, he's not racist. But he's a Republican, now he's a racist. Like really, really. But like, get out of here with that. Like, hey yo, so hit that subscribe button, and hey yo, I'm out.
And we're out of here like a screaming herd of turtles.